Okay, hello guys. Today I'm going to show you how to install OSX Mavericks, which is Apple's latest operating system, inside VMware Workstation. It doesn't matter what version. I'm doing it in VMware Workstation 10, so just any version of that. So you're gonna need three things, and the links will be in the description. Uh, First three things you're gonna need is Utorrent, which is what you're going to be using to download Mavericks. You're going to need the link to Mavericks, and also you're going to need an unraring program if you don't have one already, which I'm sure you probably do have one. It's just in case. So, uh, the first thing you're going to need is Utorrent. Let me just see. Okay. So this is going to be the first thing you want to download, and if you go to the link in the description, and it'll take you to this link, you just hit get Utorrent, and then hit free download. Go ahead and let it download. It's not a big file, but you know how to install a program on Windows, so I'm not going to go over how to install it, but basically your end result, where's my uTorrent? You'll get, that's not what I want. You'll get this program, which will just let you download Mavericks. The next link you're going to need is obviously going to be Mavericks, which will be the next link in the description. I don't know if they'll be in order or not, but once you're on this website, you're just going to hit download this file. It will go to this sort of website. Just let it sit there for a second. It'll do its thing. Okay, so you'll see in your it will download a uTorrent file, which will basically look something like that, if you're using Chrome at least. So I'm just going to close that now because I already have the download. Once you have that file, you're going to click it, and then, okay, I already have Mavericks in here, but it will just ask you if you want to add it. It's just to add it. And it will start downloading. It's a 5 gig file, let's say. It could take a while for some people, others not as long, but uTorrent doesn't always take full advantage of your internet speed, so it might be a little bit slow for some people. So basically, once it's finished, it'll look like this. It'll say seeding. You don't need to seed it because seeding just takes ages, for me at least. So once it says seeding, you just click on the download, and up here, if it's gonna highlight, yeah, click it and hit the stop button up the top. So last thing you're gonna need is 7-zip if you don't have it. This is just basically for once the download has finished, we can untake it, you know. I'm guessing you know what unrar means, so once you have all of those, you're gonna go into uTorrent once it's finished, double click, it's gonna say this, you're gonna hit continue. Now you'll have, the only thing you want in here you want to worry about is this middle one right here. You want to double click it, and if you have 7-zip installed, it will look like this. Let me see. So just minimize that. In here, well, the first you'll see this folder, this one folder, which will have folders inside it. You're gonna want to extract this to your desktop so you can or anywhere, it doesn't actually matter, just desktop freezes. So I'm gonna highlight it, I'm gonna hit extract, and I'm gonna do it to my desktop. Oops. Do it to my desktop. I'm gonna hit OK now. This is quite a big file once it's extracted. Yeah, total size is 7 gig. So this is gonna take a while for pretty much all people. So I'm gonna stop the recording here, and I'll be back when it has done. So I'll see you then. Okay, so that's that finished extracting to my desktop. Here it is here. So once you're in here, you open up this folder. Now there's 3 folders that I kind of need to explain. Most of you will only need 2 of these, but I'm going to explain this one first because this is quite important. This is a hardware virtualization bypasser for those of you that have processors that are not that do not support hardware virtualization. This is particularly older AMD processors. I think all AMD processors nowadays come with hardware virtualization, but you might need to find that out. I'll leave a link in the description for a program that can tell you if you have hardware virtualization, but I can't remember what it's called, so I'll have to look it out after the video. But if you don't, and you know you don't, you're just gonna go into this folder and double click the patch. Once you have this, you're gonna just hit apply patch and it will do its thing. I never actually had to use it, but because I have an Intel processor, and most, if not all, Intel processors always came with hardware virtualization. The next thing you're going to need is Mac OS X Guest. This is basically, VMware doesn't want or support the use of Mac's virtual machines, but basically this will just unlock it and allow it to. Depending on what series of VMware you have, in this folder is the unlocker for 8, 9 and 10. I have 10, but if you still have 7, you know, that one will work. But it's basically the same case for those 2 folders. I'm going to show you that I am on VMware 10. VMware Workstation 10. Oh, let me delete that. Okay. Yeah, so I have VMware Workstation 10. So I'm going to go into the 10 folder. I don't know how you do this for Linux, so don't ask me. But go into Windows, and this one that says install, just double click it. This won't take long. It will just do this thing, and then that window will disappear, and that's basically that done. Now you can go back out. And this OSX Mavericks folder, what you're gonna do is double click in that, and this second file to the bottom, the one that says virtual machine configuration, and it has that little icon on it, you're just gonna double click that, and that will open VMware and put Mavericks inside there. So now what you want to do is kind of tinker with the machine a little bit just to get it working for your sort of computer. So go to edit. VMware is only reading 8 gig of my RAM, I think, or no, it's only letting me have 8 gig of RAM. I'm gonna let my virtual machine have 4. Which is quite a lot, so you could customize this however you want, but the one thing you want to make sure is if you go down to display, you need to accelerate 3D graphics, and you need to hit specific monitor settings. This is so we can get the Mac virtual machine in the full screen of your display and not in like a little square or something. So for this you're going to need to know your resolution. If you don't know what your resolution, you can find it out by going to control panel, display, and then over to the left here, adjust resolution. Now I have two monitors connected, but the one I'm using is resolution is right here, 1920 by 1080. The other monitor I have connected is 1366 by 768 because it is a smaller monitor. But you're gonna want to look for your resolution in this list. If it's not there, I personally don't know how to make it go there or have anything to install to make it go there. But I'm just going. If your resolution's not there, I'm sure you could do a quick Google search. You'll probably find something. But I mean, for example, 1366 by 768 is not in that list for me, but 1920 by 1080, which is my main display, is. So I'm gonna hit. Oops. I'm gonna hit 1920 by 1080, and I'm done fiddling about with this bit. So I'm just gonna hit OK. Now you're gonna hit power on the virtual machine. Now okay. If you get this message, just hit I copied it. The first boot always takes the longest. Don't be put off by the time that this takes, because this is just the first boot and it normally takes quite a long time. But as you can see, it's in a little square just now. That will go away soon, and it will go full screen. It's just because it's not fully set up yet. So gonna let this boot up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. This video might be long, but it's probably one of the more detailed videos and slower videos on YouTube. So hopefully this will hurry up. For me, when it's all set up, the virtual machine takes seconds to boot. Okay, so that didn't even take very long at all, but here we are on the welcome screen of OSX. Now you're just going to want to enter your details. So United Kingdom, that's me. I prefer the US layout for certain things. I don't want to transfer any information. I don't. Now, people have been saying this is not safe. This is perfectly safe with this virtual machine. At least you can put your ID in. You're not going to get, you know, charged for or anything like that for pirating Mavericks and not running it on an Apple machine. But you can sign into this. I'm just not gonna sign into it at the moment because I don't want to. So I'm gonna hit don't sign in and skip. Here you have a license agreement. I'm just gonna agree to that. Here's the account setup. So I'm just gonna do VMware test. Okay, that doesn't show up, but I'm just gonna type in a password, 1234, 1234. I'm gonna hit next. I'm not gonna register that. I'm gonna skip. And that's basically it. Don't be worried about some of your things not working with this virtual machine. Everything that works with your computer will work with this virtual machine. I mean, for example, if you're worried about having a wireless mouse or a wireless keyboard not working with the virtual machine, I have a wireless keyboard. I've not done anything to it to make it work with this virtual machine, but it works. Everything kind of works through Windows, really. Okay, so it's still going to be in this little square, but we're on the desktop now, so to get your resolution, you're going to go to System Preferences, you're going to go to Display, and the display resolution that you chose will be in here. So I'm just going to double click that, and as you can see, it has gone full screen. That's basically how you're going to get working OSX on Windows through virtual machine. That's all I really have to say. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. this tutorial, and I hope it worked for you. If it didn't, leave a comment. I'll try to help you. But yeah, I'll see you in the next tutorial. So yeah, bye.
20 carats in my ear.